Doing? I don't hear y'all. How we doing? We do it for the culture. When I say we do it, y'all say culture. We do it. We do it. So, I've been all over the world. I've done a many of speeches and a many of poems, and there's a certain part you're supposed to clap. And one of the great moments I had was I was right here, and Barack Obama was right there. And he pointed me and said, "Keep going, Kwa." I'm lying. I just wanted to see. I just wanted to see who was with me. And they all with me. And I mean, they was moved. I just won the whole slam. Even with the ghosting. And I want to say this for the record. I know the guy she ghosted. No, I don't. 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 You believe me, don't you? Yes, he do. No, I don't. It's a joke. I just know her. I don't. But if you record this, he gonna find out you ghosted him. All right? But it is a part when the music come on and you should get his long, slow clap. That's what I've been waiting for. So DJ, not now. Okay, say that for later. Right? So since we're doing this for the culture, and I get to tell a story, usually I'm doing spoken word, but I get to tell a story. But before I go any further, let's have a real moment. Hip-hop lost Africa Bambaataa today. And if you're not familiar with that, that's who did the Soul Sonic Force. Planet Rock, all of that, that's where it come from. So if you was back in the day, you used to do the, pop shaking and all that, the Zulu Nation, you was down with that. So I will start mine, this other disclaimer, she said I gave the phone to the baby, and I went, I'm a daddy girl, so, so when the little girl called, I'm coming to get her. So that's simple as that. I did, gave her the phone, as simple as that. It's no question. All right? Hey, she called, I'm on my way, all right? All right, don't mess with it. All right, so. Since we about the culture, my story starts in the year 1988. And if you know what I'm talking about, it says, I came in the door, I said it before, I never let the. Thank you for nobody else, but that's all right, thank you. All right? We young, but that's all right. Some of them know it. I want to rock right now. I'm Rob Bass, and I came to. I'm not, but I'm to rock. Cause out. Stay away from me. I'm a winner. Ladies love me, girls. Like. The reason why, man. All right? Or we would hear Slick Rick say, Dave the dope fiend shooting dope hoop. It's 1988. I'm a black boy on the west side of Chicago. I got a low haircut. I rock it like Joe Dumas. Par down the middle. I play basketball on a regular basis. The playground on the west side where I come from, and I have to say that, the west side of Chicago, because Chicago isn't broken into the sides. There's a north side, there's a south side. We didn't ask you that, but there's a north side, a south side, there's an east side, and then there's the west side. No doubt. Where I come from. You see the gangbangers back there? She keeps saying it. She keeps saying it. They from the south side. I'm looking dead at them, watching. And on the west side, it's broken down into areas. 1988 is about the year I found out who I wanted to be. But in 1981, when the grass was green in the ghetto, and my grandmother said we had to be in before the street lights, and I had to run past the Adams boys, who I had to fight, and then I got to go past Jackson Street to get to past the Jackson boys, and then finally the Van Bruin, where this pretty girl Lisa said, "Ooh, your grandma looking for you." And I lie and say, I know it already, but I know she looking for me. And grandma got a belt in her hand, and she tells me, "You better not move." And you know that, you don't move. And I messed around and caught the belt with one hand. So you know what happened next. I lost the arm. But I failed to tell grandma in 1981 when I was running, it's because I was outside playing, and on the wall, there was a 5-point star with a pitchfork in it going down. And the big boys told me and sat us down and said, this is how you wear your hat. Your hat go to the right or your hat go to the left. Where I come from, our hat went to the left. And they told me what colors to wear, how to talk, where to walk, and where to stay away from. And they told me the boys I played with on this side of the park that we played baseball with, and we was patrol kids, and we icy cups, spent the night over each other's house, did all that together. They said, well, we can't play with them no more. And my cousin drew a line. This us and that's them. And this went on for about 7 years. And then finally, my uncle flies into town, picks me up like Fresh Prince from Bel-Air. And he takes me to Porterville, California. Yeah, you never heard of it. Because when I got out the car, I thought I was going to L.A. in Inglewood, and I started rubbing my hands. He was like, get in this car. And we rolled down to Porterville. 20,000 people, 6 blacks in school. It's more people in my house than it is in that area. But in 1988, Kim, I'm sitting outside. The playground is full of people. It's packed. We have a ball. As my man said, warning, we're in 88, we are doing our thing. Hip-hop is out. I can't wait to listen to KRS-One. All my brothers eat chicken and watermelon, talk broken English, and do drug selling. Or I'm listening to Public Enemy. Or I'm drinking, smoking, I'm kicking it. I'm in the middle ground. I'm trying to find my way. I'm a black boy in the West Side. My good friend E-Ball, Eric Robinson, loved to ride up in Delano in his white 9/8, 4 doors, blue seats, trues and voles, playing house music. Marvin Spann, we called him Magic because he can make the ball disappear on the regular. And then the girls, they coming through. They not candy girls no more. They want something a little sweeter now. They wear biker shorts and big earrings, and we talk back and forth. You can see people that used to stand up straight, they starting to nod a little bit. They starting to lean a little bit. People getting real mean real quick now. But the playground is packed. On this day, though, nobody is in the playground. It's me. I'm sitting on this bench where we sit and we gather. This place I started, we call 40-ounce Thursday. And then 40-ounce Thursday, you got to drink a 40 and tell a rap lyric. And my favorite lyric was, stop bugging the brother, never dig him. Stop bugging the brother, said dig him. I never dug him. He couldn't follow the leader long enough, so I drug him. That's Rakim, the God MC. And we did this back and forth. But on this particular day, it's just me in the playground. And I'm sitting there. My first year of college is over. I'm going to be honest with you. I done smoked something. I done drank something. We done played ball. I'm just sitting there. And my friend Gus comes walking through the playground. And I'm loud, yo, Gus, come here, kid. And he comes over. Gus got his uniform on. He been working hard. Gus was one of them guys. You ever heard that guy in the neighborhood? He can run fast. He can flip fast. He's strong. Ain't nothing he can't do. He the neighborhood hero. If it's a fight, go get Gus. If it's a problem, go get Gus. And Gus was a tough guy. But I remember when Gus cried when he won the MVP. He started crying, and they laughed at him. And I remember when Gus made the team, and he cried, and they laughed at him. And I remember in our senior year of playing 1 year, after all the gang banging, fighting, and all the stuff Gus did, he had the greatest high school football year there was, and he got a scholarship to college. So when Gus was coming through that playground, I said, my man Gus, when you leave for school, the playground is quiet. It's dark out there. There's no house music. There's no hip-hop. Listen to me. And all of a sudden, Gus sat by me on the bench. 2 black boys. We not even 21. And he said, I ain't going. I said, what you mean you ain't going? If I leave, who gonna take care of my brother? Who gonna watch out for us? Man, they might kill my brother. And I said, Gus, why you won't go? Now, in the real story, I said to him, Gus, you got something great in you, and you a powerful dude. And man, guess what? Things gonna happen. And this guy came past and he said, Gus, I'm gonna give you money to go off to school. And we stand up and clap, and it's a loud applaud. See, where I come from, there are no Uncle Phil's. Nobody flies in a 30-minute moment and tell you it's gonna be okay. And I wish I had the words to tell Gus, but in my unknowing adolescence, I stopped and I just froze. And I was about to say, you can make it. And Gus looked at me, and right as I was about to say it, just like in every neighborhood, the music got loud, the people came through, the car started driving, and my friend cracked a joke. Oh, there go Black Tone, he's sitting on the bench. All the seriousness went out, the laughter came, and Gus got up and walked off. 15 years later, Gus will be killed in a shootout. Good guy. Rodney Woods, who should have went in 1988, was one of the best baseball players in the city of Chicago. Should have went to the Cincinnati Reds. He was shot and killed over an argument. My friend Booty, who was the first one who knew I was going to be a poet, sat with me. He died in prison in his sleep. And my last friend, Boudreaux, took his own life. He died in prison. He died in prison at night. Me, I sat on that bench, and I watched all this happen, period, over and over again. On the last moment, before I left here, I stood on the four corners of Springfield, and I did a pan across the room. They was gangbanging over there. I didn't want none of that anymore. I did that already. They was hustling over there. My father lost his life to that, so I knew I couldn't do it. I played basketball, but I wasn't going to the pros. And over here were the pretty girls, but they wasn't my type. I could feel my little brother watching me, and I could see Mama Dear watching me. I'm on Springfield. I got a pocket full of money, Kim. I got paraphernalia in my pocket, and I got a Malcolm X book. And I remember saying, what is it that I can do better than anybody else? I didn't know. But for some reason, that book said you could write. Took that book and got on the train. 20-some years later, I'm in my high school Hall of Fame, and I wrote 5 books since. There are 500 and some. In those 5 books, there are over 600 and some words. There are 100,000 some commas, periods, etc. And in my box on the ground, there is probably poems I never read or gave birth to. But I will tell you this, one thing I will say to you, and if you're a young black boy and you listening, dear black boy, it ain't where you from, it's where you about to go. And if I can, I read the poem. And I was a bad kid in school, so this is what they said. I still failed English class. I never was able to start with a perfect sentence, the same way my paragraphs were never indented. In class, I was consistently reprimanded for abandoning academic measures of art and structure, meter, and verse. But I swear I will meet her with a verse of One Love by Houdini in the hallway before the bell rings. Then I break out and run down the hallway like my sentences. And like my sentences with no period, no punctuation, impregnated, unprotected, a moment of passion, no protection, reckless because I like to assets, present or absent, to be or not to be, i.e. I skipped English class. For sessions in real life, I'm attracted to the action in the basement and the arguments of amateur professionals, cons arguing, articulating, and agitating the latest land language of the native sons, because Richard was right. So we speak with no form but structured, no academic parameters but subculture, created for an appreciated communication of colored children who were chastised for not meeting standardized, colonized, one-fit-all education of assimilation. So therefore, my conjunctions were confusing, repetitive, and forced, and implied, and overused, and unorthodox like left-hand ball players. And my metaphors were damn sure implied. And guess what? I still failed English class. Now you can start the music. Thank you very much.